Let's go. Saru already called.
Hi everyone, good evening. We'll wait for the other sellers to join and we'll start the training by 4 5 p.m. Hello everyone. Can you just confirm if I'm audible to everyone? Am I audible? You can use the Q&A section to respond. Okay, sorry about that. I'll be starting a training. Hi everyone, good evening. My name is Adil, and today we'll be doing the training for payments reconciliation, and we'll also cover your monthly payment reports. So before I start, I want to know how many of you are joining this session for the first time and are relatively new to Myntra. Like at least you've been in Myntra for less than 3 months. Can you please raise your hands? Okay. So I'll share my screen now. Let me know once it's visible. Okay, I hope my screen is visible now and you're able to see partner portal currently. You can use this chat option on the screen for asking any questions. So as when I cover any topic, I'll be leaving like waiting for 5 minutes for if you have any questions regarding the particular topic, then you can drop in your questions and I'll answer your questions. So this will be happening after every topic is covered. So I'll start. Okay. So I hope my screen is visible now. Okay. So this is your partner portal screen. So you'll be logging in from here, like using your seller ID or your registered email ID, you will be logging from here. So for the sake of this seminar, we'll be using one of sample sellers IDs for demonstrating all the reports to you. Now, this is your basically homepage of your payments partner portal. On the top, you see here order compliance. So basically, these are the total orders that you have shipped and what is the packaging compliance and handover compliance for the particular orders. Now, towards down, you see the payments report. Right, so this is a report, like these four are really important reports where you'll be able to track what are the payments that are to be done to you, what are the payments that you're going to receive, and what are the payments that you have received till date. I'll cover each of this report in detail. Before that, let me cover the types of orders. So whenever you ship an order, like in the reports, you will be seeing certain order statuses. Like, let me explain you what each status means. So when you see order is mentioned as C or DL, which means it's a completed order. That means the order has been delivered to the customer. DL is also, it means delivered. When you see F or IC, this means this is a failed order or cancelled order. The product has been cancelled by seller or customer. If you see RTO, this again means return to origin. PK, if it says it's packed, it's still at packed status. SH is in shipped status. So these are the major status which you see. Only the orders which are completed and delivered will be paid to you. Rest all orders, these will be returned back to you. The cancel orders will be returned to you. RTO orders will be returned to you. Packed and shipped orders are yet to be delivered to the customer. Now the payment cycle. By the way, I'll share this document which I'm writing. This anyway says rough, but then you can refer this one along with the training recording of this complete session. We'll share you the document as well. So payment cycle by default it is delivery plus 15 days. So this depends on your seller tiering. For gold sellers, if you're a gold seller, then it will be delivery plus 8 days. If you are a silver seller, this is delivery plus 11 days. For bronze, it's again delivery plus 15 days. So this is the cycle through which the payments will be done. Whenever our order is delivered to the customer, it will start showing up in the outstanding payment dashboard. Now, how do you reach to the outstanding payment dashboard? There are two ways. One, from the home page, you can click on payments. You will be directed to the outstanding dashboard and all these payments reports. Else, you can go to your payments, payment summary, and this is where you will land. Now, if you read here, it says this includes all the orders that are delivered from your end but have not completed the payment cycle. Payment cycle here means the delivery plus 15 days or delivery plus 8 days or 11 days. Right? So any order that has been delivered from your side to the customer and is not yet paid to you will be a part of outstanding dashboard. So currently for the seller, there is an outstanding of 3,13,000 that is yet to be paid because these orders have not completed the cycle yet. Now, if you see here, you see postpaid and prepaid. So any order that we process, it will always be in for either prepaid or postpaid or both prepaid and postpaid. So if a customer has paid for the order from online, like let's say UPI or with his card, that order will be a part of prepaid payments. If it's a cash on delivery order, then it will be a part of postpaid payment. Let's say if a customer has placed an order, if a customer has some wallet balance in Myntra and the remaining amount is paying from cash on delivery, then in this case, the order will have both prepaid and postpaid components. Now, once the order completes the payment cycle, let's say delivery plus 15 days, this order will move to the next payment dashboard. Next payment, as you see, it will show you the next immediately when the next payment is going to be done. Here you see 4th of August because we make the payments only from Monday to Friday. Saturdays and Sundays, we do not make any payments. And on the last day of the month, which is July 31st, we didn't make any payments to the seller because of month end closure activities. So on national holidays as well, we do not make any payments. So since tomorrow is Saturday and day after is Sunday, the next payment for the seller will be going on 4th of August. And this is the prepaid component and postpaid component which the seller is going to receive. So when the payment is done, the payment status will start showing up in the last payment. Here, if you see, last payment for this seller was done on 30th of July. And the postpaid, this is the postpaid amount and prepaid amount which the seller has received. Now, if you read this, it says this is a total of last 3 prepaid and postpaid payments. So that means the seller has not received 44,000 on 30th July. This is the total of last 3 payments. If you click here on prepaid, you see 28th he's received 1245, 24th he's received 4889, and 23rd he's received 17,000. So this is a combination of last 3 payments that is shown over here. Similarly, for prepaid as well, we have this breakup, prepaid and postpaid. Right, so this is how you see it. Now, this is a common confusion. Normally, we get such cases where sellers normally see this amount of 44,000 and check the bank account on 30th of July. They do not see this particular amount in the bank because this is a collation of last 3 payments. You will have 2 UTRs in your bank. Let's say you have received 20,000 and 23,000 on a particular day. You will see 2 UTRs, one for prepaid, one for postpaid always. Now, once the order has been paid, it will take 4 days for the UTRs and the UTR reports to get generated. Normally, we get the UTRs from bank within like 2 to 3 days. Then we map the UTRs with the reports and we make the reports available to you in the payment still date. Now, payment still date report has each and every payment which has been done to you since the start of your business. So in this case, this is the payment the seller has received and since the start of the business. You can just click on this. Each and every payment that has been done, you will get. So let's say this seller has received 16,000 in prepaid on 21st of July. So this report can be downloaded. I'll show this report when I move to the report section. So this can be downloaded and each and every payment of which order, what is the amount of payment that has been done for this order will be captured. So these are basically your payment dashboards. I will cover the details of outstanding dashboard and like what are the reports, how can you read these reports. Before that, do you have any questions on the till now what I have explained on the dashboards? Then just wait for 1 minute. If you have any questions, please drop it in the Q&A section. Rashim Joshi, you asked how to find sales and return sheet from your portal. I'll show that in the forward part of the training. If you have any questions, please drop it in the question and answer section. Chat is also open to everyone. You can also drop your questions over in the chat. Okay, I believe there are no doubts here. So moving ahead to the details of the outstanding dashboard. So if you click on the total amount that is showing in the outstanding dashboard, you will see the intricate details of how did we arrive at this amount of 3.13 lakhs. So again, here there are bifurcation of prepaid and postpaid. What type of order was it? You have a tax component of GST, what is charged for the particular order. If it's a SGST or IGST, all these are mentioned. The MRP of the product, what is the discount the customer seller has given, and what is the final customer paid amount over here. And you also see what type of order was it. Was it a forward order, reverse order, or NOD? NOD is nothing but non-order disbursement. Your invoices like marketing invoice, photo shoot invoice, or any other invoices will be recovered from the NODs, non-order disbursements. Right, if you move towards the side, you see a delivery date over here and due date. Due date is the day when this order is expected to be paid. Delivery date is again the day the order has been delivered to the customer. Now, if you just put a pivot, you can get a view over here. If you just move to the towards the side, you also see the unsettled amount. Just to put a pivot over here, and you will see the complete picture of what is the payments that you are going to get. So for this particular seller, the forward payment was 3,94,000. Invoices recovery or payable was 3,677. There was a reverse settlement of 84,490. So after adjusting everything, this is the net payable that the seller is going to get as and when his orders complete, delivery plus 15 days. So this is how we calculate. Now, before I move to next payment, I'll explain you types of invoices that we charge. The most common invoices which will be available for every seller will be logistics and commission invoices. So logistics and commission invoices. So as per your logistics is charged as per your rate card. Commission is charged as per your CTA, your agreement with Myntra. So these are charged on basis of payments done to you, not on basis of sales. So let's say, just a second. Let's say you have received an order on 15th of April, right? There is no, your business started on 15th of April, and prior to 15th of April, there is no business, right? So from 15th of April till 30th of April, you have received, let's say 100 orders. So we calculate when the order completes the 15 delivery plus 15 days payment cycle. If you don't receive any payments in the particular month, there won't be any invoices in the particular month. So 15th of April order, if it's getting settled on 1st of May, then we'll raise the invoice of logistics and commission on the May month only. Right. So this is also a common confusion. Sellers reach out to us stating, I have done X amount of sales in this month, but why have I not received the commission or logistics invoices? Because the seller has not received any payments in the particular month. When we make the payment to the seller, that is when we recover the logistics and commission for the particular order. And accordingly, we raise the invoices. Now, coming back to this example, now the seller has a positive payable in this particular day. Let's say, suppose the forward payment was 10,000 rupees. Recovery for invoices was 8,000 rupees. and his reverse settlement was 3,000 rupees. So in this case, seller doesn't have any payable. There is a net negative payable for this particular seller. In this case, we don't make any payments. Your account will show in negative, right? Because there is nothing to be paid. When we calculate your forward, NOD, and reverse, net will be showing as negative. So if this scenario continues for the whole month, then there won't be any payments for the month, and there won't be any logistics and commission invoices raised for the month also. So these are two invoices. Apart from that, you might also see marketing invoices if you are doing any marketing activities. So these invoices are raised on basis of your activity or consumption. If you are doing any display ads or PL ads, basis on the amount that you have consumed, your invoices will be raised. These are again raised on a monthly basis. Marketing invoices are generally raised by 10th or 15th of the month for the previous month. Also, you might see MAS invoices, which is Myntra assisted shoot. So this is photo shoot invoices. If you are opting for any photo shoot services with Myntra, then we'll raise MAS invoice. Other two invoices are VFS and VFH. VFS and VFH, you might have seen in your account or probably have come across. This is basically your penalty charges. VFS is vendor failed to supply, and VFH is vendor failed to hand over. So failed to supply is nothing but you have a certain tag to pack the order whenever an order comes to you. If you are not packing the order in a certain given tag, then the order will get cancelled and a penalty is imposed on you for failing to supply the order on time. Similarly, vendor failed to hand over is also charged if you are not handing over the product in a given timeline to our courier partner. This is kind of breach charges. So these are the most important major invoices. You also have royalty invoices in case you are selling any brands which are owned by Myntra. So we raise this on the monthly basis. However, most common invoices for any seller would be these two invoices. And since many of you have mentioned that you are new to Myntra, you might see an invoice called growth enablement charges. So this is nothing but kind of a initiative from Myntra to give a visibility to new sellers. So in this, what we do is we charge you 15,000 rupees, against which we give you 30,000 rupees of PLA credits. So normally, if you take this PLA credits, PLA is basically marketing credits. So normally, if you take this 30,000 of credits, you would have to pay 30,000. But in this case, against a payment of 15,000, excluding GST, we are paying you 30,000. So these 30,000 credits, you can use it for the period of 6 months and run marketing activities on your account. So this invoice is generally raised after you achieved a growth GMV of 70,000 on Myntra. Only after you achieve GMV of 70,000, we'll deduct these charges and give you credits of 30,000. So any new sellers, if you have already achieved the 30,000 GMV, then you should be seeing this invoice. Also in your PLA account, you should be seeing 30,000 balance as well. Any doubts on the invoices till now? Okay, so many people are asking about how to get the sales report, what is logistics commission. I'll cover everything in the payment. So we'll try to wrap this session within on or before 5:30 p.m. So we have 1 hour. We'll cover everything. Please be patient, and we'll definitely cover all these topics. Growth enablement charges is applicable for all. Yes, it is applicable for every new seller. There is a terms of usage agreement that you sign at the time of onboarding. This growth enablement charges is mentioned in that agreement. You can search that. You can do a control F and search in the PDF. You'll find that. Okay, so someone has asked what are M direct charges. So M direct charges, these are again your OMS charges. If you're using Myntra OMS, right? Myntra OMS is called M direct. So we charge 1 rupee for every order that you get. Right? So that's a basically M direct charges. If you're using any third party OMS tool, then you can, like, that's a separate charge which you incur with the third party. So if you're not able to run PLA due to not able to log into Myntra ads platform, so please raise a ticket to our team and we will route it to the concerned team. Alternatively, you can also mail to Myntra ads@myntra.com and just put it in. I'm sorry, just give me a second. I'll check the exact email address. Okay. So it's plaissues@myntra.com. So if you are not able to log into your ads portal, then you can reach out to this team. They will help you out. I've dropped the email address in the chat. So Rakesh has asked, can you explain about the PLA credits once, 30,000 credits once again? So Rakesh, if there any new seller has joined Myntra and they have achieved 70,000 of GMV, as in gross sales of 70,000, once it is achieved, we charge 15,000 plus GST, which is comes around 17,700. Right? Against this, we pay 30,000 of PLA credits to the seller. PLA credits are nothing but marketing budget. They can use this 30,000 of marketing budget to run ads on Myntra to increase your visibility. Right? This is again from the PLA portal. You must have received emails on this as well, how to log into your portal and everything. If you are still need clarity on this, I've dropped the email address. You can reach out to this email address. You can drop an email. They will guide you. We also have regular webinars for this, how to run ads and how to utilize this balance as well. GTA fees, I'll cover the GTA charges, sales report and everything in the upcoming part of the training. Okay, I think that's all. Reverse payment, someone has asked. I'll cover this as well. Okay, so moving ahead, I've explained your outstanding payment. So outstanding next payment report is not downloadable. So you can just click here and you can get a basic idea of which orders are going to get paid here. Right? So if it says payable debit note, like in the order type, if it says payable debit note, that means it's a credit to you. This is in the perspective of Myntra. So if it's a payable debit note for Myntra, then it's a payable credit note for seller. Right? It's a payment for seller. Right here you see, it's a packet delivered event, and this is going to get paid. If it says payable credit note, that means it's a debit for seller. You see return refund, it says return refund. These are returned orders that are going to be recovered. But I don't suggest you to reconcile any of your payments or anything from this report. This is just for your basic visibility. Do not, this might also not have the complete data that is going to be paid. This is just for your visibility. Your reconciliation needs to be done on basis of the monthly reports only. Now I'll just show you one of the UTR reports. UTR report is basically on the daily payments, whatever you're getting, we generate the UTR reports. So let me show you one of the UTR reports. So this is how you see in the UTR report. This is the UTR number. This will also be visible in your bank statement as well. Now you have the customer paid amount here. The ones where the customer paid amount is blank, these are invoices. So invoices will not have any customer paid amount. That's why it's not mentioned. The type of payment, what is the TCS, what is the TDS being charged, what's the commission being charged for you, the shipping fees, pick and pack fees, if any, right? And your final settled amount for this particular transaction. So there is a 415 rupees in negative for the seller. The remaining seller has received the payment of 16,397 rupees. The negative payment that you see, that's a reverse settlement or customer returned order. Right? How do you know? You can, if you go to the Y column, you see reverse, forward, NOD, and forward. Two are forward orders. One is a non-order disbursement. Other is a reverse settlement order. Now, coming to the non-order disbursement, as I was explaining, apart from these invoices, you also, these are all recovery invoices basically. There are other invoices where we actually make a payment to the to you, where one such invoice is seller incentive. if you have participated any rebate programs or incentives, we make these payments to sellers 60 days after the event is done, 60 to 90 days. So post event completion, let's say your event starts from fir- 1st April to 30th of April, right? So the payments for this event will be done in between 60 to 90 days. So mostly by end of July. So these are again your paid against, these are credit notes which are paid against your commission invoices. Apart from that, you also have SPF payments. SPF payments again nothing but in case a customer has returned an order and you receive the product back at your warehouse and you see if the product is damaged or if the item is incomplete, then you raise a claim to us. When you raise a claim, Myntra makes the payment and the name of the payment is SPF. SPF stands for Seller Protection Fund. So these are basically the forward payments that you receive. So that's about it for the payment summary dashboard. You can, if you have any questions, quickly, I'll just wait for one more minute, anything on the payment summary dashboard, or else we'll move to the monthly reports. Shivani, yes, growth enablement charges, there is a document available. Invoice is also available. In case it is already raised to you, it will be a part of your, if you log into your monthly reports, payments monthly reports and download other invoices, it will be a part of the other invoices. If it's not a part, then it's not raised yet. Okay, Nisha has asked VFH, what are the charges made? What if the metrics are incorrect? So, see, VFH, normally we get our data from the procurement team where they mention us that this has been a breach done to the seller, right? In case you have a dispute on the charges that maybe you had some issue that you are already informed to someone at Myntra. Maybe someone from Myntra had already assured you that you will not be charged for this, and by mistakenly you have been charged. Then you have 15 days from the date of invoice raised. So invoice we normally raise on 1st or 2nd up to 15th of the particular month in which the invoice has been raised. You can reach out to us and dispute the charges. We'll check with our concerned team, and in case the charges have been found to be incorrect, we'll reverse the charges. But then the TAT for this is 15th of every month. If the invoice is raised in August 1st, then you have to reach out to us by 15th of August. Farooq has asked how to calculate settlement amount to keep a fixed sale price. We'll be soon rolling out settlement settlement amount calculator. You should be getting an email from us where you can input a final amount that you are expecting to receive. Let's say when you shipped an order, you want to receive 700 rupees for the particular order. If you input your final settlement amount to be 700, you will get the complete calculation of what is the selling price that you have to set for the particular order. This is already in process. You should be like very soon. You should be getting an email around this. Yes, someone has asked, are incentive parts of NOD? Yes, incentives are part of NOD. Anything that is not belonging to an order, only order related payments are paid in forward or reverse. Anything which is not related to order will be paid in NOD. Way to find cutoff time, that for this you will have to reach out to your procurement spock, whoever is the one who is coordinating with you for the pickups and everything. You have to reach out to them. They will update you in case there is any breaches, right? Whenever you are having any packaging breach or handover breach, you should be getting emails from our concerned spock that this is going to get breached and asking you to fulfill the order. Deepak Jain, how to arrive at PNL? I'll cover this. Okay, I think that's all. Like, we're having the same questions. I've covered everything. I'll move to the monthly reports. For the monthly reports, you need to go to payments, financial reports, monthly reports. Now, since it's August, we normally raise the invoices by 5th of the month, 5th to 7th of the month for the previous month. Now, July invoices are still not raised. Not all invoices are raised currently, right? So that's why I'm going to June, right? So basically, these are all the reports that will be available to you. Don't get overwhelmed by seeing so many reports. There are only 4 to 5 reports here that you would be using on a daily basis, right? So I'll cover the most important ones here, which will be required for you for reconciliations and GST filings. So these 3 reports that you see over here, GSTR packed report, GSTR RTO report, and GSTR RT reports. These are your basically sales and returns report. Packed report means this is your gross sales. GSTR packed. Any order that has been packed by you in this particular month of June will be a part of this report. GSTR report RTO will have all your return to origin orders where the product has been cancelled before the delivery. GSTR RT report will have all your customer returns that has been done in the particular month of June. Now, these 3 reports are very important for your GST filing. We don't suggest you to use any other report for GST filing because we use the same reports to file your GST. Now, I'll show you how this report looks and like show you the main points of the report. Right, so you get the shipping case somewhere if it's an interstate or local order, and the state from which the order has been shipped, the packet ID, order ID. Order ID and packet ID are again mostly same unless if you're shipping the same product, like if in one packet you're shipping a same order, like one single order, then the packet ID and order ID will remain same. You see here, the order ID and packet ID are exactly same. But for this case, the 5th row, the packet ID starts with 9, the order ID starts with 8. This means the seller has shipped more than one product, more than one order in this packet. In this case, the order ID and packet ID will be different. This won't be like this, I'm just telling for your knowledge. This won't make any difference. Order ID, any product, single product that you have shipped, it will have a unique order ID. Now, if you see the J column, you see the order status, right? C is again, as I was explaining, C is a completed order. F is a failed order. RTO, it's return to origin order. Since it's a pack report, you have all the status over here. You get the order created date, order pack date, when did you ship the order, what was the product, if it's the gender, the article, what was the tax rate that has been applied on this, the customer delivery state. And the most important column which you are going to require in this for GST filing will be the base value column. Right, so base value is your selling price minus your GST. Yeah, this will be a base value through on which you will have to file your GST returns. Rest all are self-explanatory in this. You get your TCS and TDS charges. So TCS we charge at 0.5% as per the government norms, and TDS is charged at 0.1%. Now, so how we reconcile this report is we just take the base value from this report. We take the base value from the RT reports and we take the base value from the RTO reports. So packed minus RT minus RTO will be your net sales for the particular month, right? We on the net sales, we deduct, we charge 0.5% of TCS we filed it to the government, and TDS is charges 0.1%. That is what is filed in the portal as well. Now here, there are some discrepancies in this. If you see any incorrect TDS amount, you can ignore this because we don't charge currently as per these reports. This reports is currently getting a update like being worked on. So don't worry, we are not charging TDS extra over here. We only deposit the TDS and TCS basis on the base value into 0.5% for TCS, 0.1% for TDS. So these 3 reports are very significant. You can also use the same report for your payment reconciliation as well. When I come to reconciliation part, I will explain this to you. Now, sales revenue pack P2C is again similar report to GSTR packed. It's almost similar. You will have this report is also a monthly report. Any orders that has been packed will be a part of this report. Then non-order settlement report. NOD, as I was explaining, this is your NOD report. Any NODs that has been settled in the particular month will be a part of non-order settlement report. This is updated on a weekly basis. So let's say you received, you have gotten some invoices adjusted, marketing invoices, or you receive some seller incentives. So all this will be a part of non-order settlement report. Right? So for example, this seller has received, like, what is the settlement amount, in which UTR this has been paid. Since these were SPF payments, also the which order has been paid is also mentioned over here. Right? So this is how your NOD report, non-order settlement report, looks like. Now you have VFS and VFH report. As I was mentioning, if there are any penalty charges for you, they will be updated in the reports. Like what are the charges and what is the breakup of each charges, that will be a part of this. Is an order level report. Again, royalty, if there are any charges, royalty report will be there. Other invoices, again, any invoice which is not logistics or commission will be a part of other invoices. You can just click here, download, and invoices will get downloaded. And this, again, these are all the monthly reports. So any invoices that we are raising, right? So royalty report, VFS, VFH, M Direct, all this will have reports over here that you can download the reports directly. So I'll just take 5 more minutes then before I move ahead with the payments reconciliation part. So invoices, this is one way to download the invoices. Other way to download the invoices, you can come to invoicer, just search for invoices. You can also go to payments and financial reports. Here you have all the invoices. Now you select a date range. Let's say you want June invoices. Select the date range and submit. So any invoice that has been raised in June will be available. Now, if you have an invoice number that you want to find, which you probably found it in the GSTR portal, just download, get the invoice number, paste it, and please make sure the format has to be in the exact same way. Invoice will be first prefix will be first 7 digits, then there will be a dash after the first 7 letters, then there will be a number. If you search over here, you'll get the invoice. So you don't have to raise a ticket to us for invoices. You can directly fetch the invoices from here. Still, after fetching here, if you're not able to find an invoice, you can reach out to us. Any doubts till now? SPF payment details, Aspati, you will be getting from, if you go to payments, yeah, we were checking monthly reports, right? You have one-time reports, right? Here you get quarter-wise payments, like SPF quarter 1, what was accepted and what was paid. You can download here, quarter 2, payments, monthly reports, and then one-time reports. Also, if you see here, there's a report called pick and pack fee. So from 17th June till 4th of July, we had any orders created between this period, we had incorrectly charged pick and pack fees for the PPMP sellers, which we have reversed now. The payment is already done and the report is available in one-time reports. Also, as I was explaining the seller incentives, in the event reports, you get all the seller incentive details. This seller didn't have any events in the 2025 month, that's why this is empty. Okay, moving ahead with the reconciliation part. So before I move to reconciliation, there are few prerequisites. I want to explain you how do we charge, how do we make the payments to you, and what are the deductions that are done to you, right? So there are two processes here, old and new process. Old process is until 16th of June 2025. New process from 17th of June. New process is, again, some people were asking GT charges. This is basically the GT process, which we have implemented from 17th of June. So how we calculate these things differs. Now, I'll just show you this to you in Excel as an example. So let's assume customer paid amount here. Under the new process, the customer paid amount was 1,000 rupees. Here, old process, the customer paid amount was 1,000 rupees. I'll make a comparison between both of this process on what are the changes that are happening. Now, in the old process, we had few charges. The first was commission charges. Right? Commission, it is charged basis on your CTA agreement. Now, if you go to your partner portal, click on profile, go to your agreement and declarations. You have your CTA agreements, right? You can click here. As per your article or brand that you're selling, you will be seeing your commission percentage mentioned. Whatever it's mentioned over here, you will be getting charged commission accordingly. Now, for the sake of this example, let's take this commission as 10% in both the cases, right? Now, logistics charges. Now, under logistics in the old process, we have three components: shipping fees, fixed fees, and payment gateway fees. The reason I'm explaining you the old process as well is because you must already be having orders prior to 17th of June. That's why you have to know both the processes in order to reconcile your complete payments. Right? Three components: shipping fees, fixed fees, and payment gateway fees. Now, this is charged on basis of your rate cards. How do you find rate cards? You can just search for rate cards and policies. And you see there is one rate card which is effective from 25th May to 12th June. Okay. So here you see, this is your shipping fees. Basically, in the forward shipping fees, you have levels and zones. Net level is basically each of your product that you're selling. Let's say t-shirts or shorts or any other thing, maybe shoes, whatever you're selling. This will be everything is categorized under certain levels. T-shirts and mostly apparels are categorized under one. Shoes, sandals, these are generally come under one or two. If you are selling any large appliances, they come under level 14, level 10 to 14. So this depends. So accordingly, the levels have been defined over here. Right? You have level 1 to 5, 10 to 14 is also mentioned over here. So those are the levels. Now, local, zonal, and national. So local, zonal, and national is nothing but basically if that order was a local order for you or zonal order or national order. Now, how do we define this? Now, how we calculate this on basis of the average time taken for Myntra to deliver from point A to point B over a period of 4 years. So let's suppose from Mumbai to Bangalore. Normally, we calculate how much time Myntra has taken to deliver or to ship a product from Mumbai to Bangalore. This is from warehouse to warehouse, not from seller's location to customer's location, only from warehouse to warehouse, Mumbai warehouse to Bangalore warehouse. So what is the time taken? So accordingly, this we take it as an average. Sometimes it might take, let's say it has taken 20 hours once. Sometimes it has taken 22 hours. Sometimes it has taken 28 hours. So we take an average of what is the time that has taken for a period of 4 to 5 years, right? So accordingly, we calculate. So you don't have to worry that what if one time the time to deliver has increased, sometime it is less. So this won't be affected. This is on the average time taken. So if the average time that we are taken is 0 to 6 hours, we categorize that order as local. If it's 6 to 24 hours, zonal. If it's 24 hours plus, national. Right? So this is how we calculate local, zonal, and national. So let's say an order was level 1 and a national order. Okay. So the shipping fees for this particular order will be 79 rupees. Fixed fees will be, if you scroll down, you have your fixed fees over here. Less than equal to 1,000 rupees if the fixed fee will be 21 rupees over here. because it's a 1,000 rupees order. Payment gateway fees will be, let's assume this is a prepaid order. So in case of prepaid, it will be 2% of the selling price. So if it's a postpaid order, then we see 2% or 20 rupees, whichever is higher. Suppose it was a postpaid order, then the order price was 700 and the payment gateway fee 2% is coming at to 14 rupees. But since 2% or 20 rupees, whichever is high, 20 is higher, then we charge 20 rupees for this if it's a postpaid order. Okay, so this is how we calculate commission and shipping fees. Now, finally, you also have your GST over here. So total of all this plus 18% GST will be your final logistics charges. Someone was asking what is logistics commission? Logistics commission is nothing but your shipping fees, fixed fees, payment gateway fees plus your GST. The total is mentioned as logistics commission. Right? So 18% GST over here. Now we calculate shipping fees plus fixed fees plus payment gateway fees. So this is your total logistics charges, which is also mentioned as logistics commission in the report. Right, similarly, let's assume commission for the sake of this example, 100 rupees I mentioned over here. Sorry about that. Now you have something called GT charges in the new process. GT charges, basically this effective from 17th of June, I was mentioning. Now in the GT charges, we have removed the shipping fees and the payment gateway fees. So this is gone. You have only have your fixed fees only in the GT charges. So there's something called GT charges over here. Now, how do you know what is the GT charges for your order? You have a report over here. So again, rate cards and policies, if you go to, you have the second item will be PPMP and SJIT GT charges. Effective 15 June. This is actually effective 17 June. We started the process from 17 June. So if you download this, you have your price range bifurcation and your level wise bifurcation. Levels I've already explained you. For our order, that the example that we are taking, the GD charges will be 94 rupees in this case. So GT will mention as 94. Now the customer paid amount is 1,000 rupees. GT charges are 94 rupees. GT is nothing but till now we were billing the sellers for the shipping fees and payment gateway fees. Now we bill the customers in this case. So customers will be billed for the 94 rupees. Your final updated seller price will be 1,000 minus 94 rupees for this particular order. Right, which will be 906. So in this case, your new selling price will be 906. Your fixed fees and your commission will be deducted from the 906 rupees. So in this case, your fixed fee, it's 27 rupees fixed fee. And the commission of 10% will be calculated on 906 rupees and not 1,000 rupees. Which is a commission comes up to 90.6 against the commission over here 100 rupees. So your final calculation will be here settlement amount in the old process. Customer paid amount minus commission minus logistics commission. which is 758 rupees in the old process. Now in the new process, we don't minus from the customer paid amount, we do it from the seller price, which your final, the new seller price will be 906 rupees. 906 minus 27 minus 90. This will be your new seller price. Right? So these are the basic changes that we have done. Now, not all the cases you are going to get extra amount, which per you're going to get. We have designed this process in such a way that the final settlement value does not change much for the sellers. But then the invoicing which we were doing for the sellers for the logistics is now being done to customers. That's the major change, right? And even in the reports, in the, let's say you are downloading the invoice from the OMS portal, the invoice will show 1,000 rupees in the OMS. However, the customer invoice that has been raised, you see 906 rupees, right? So this is also a common confusion that we have received from sellers, that in OMS it is showing as 1,000. Why is the customer invoice showing 906? Because the remaining 94 rupees, we have billed the customer separately. It's called GT invoice. So we send, our logistics partner sends a separate GT invoice to the customers. Right, I hope this is clear, the GT process. Once this is clear, we can move ahead to the reconciliation. This was very important to cover before we start the reconciliation training. I'll quickly take your questions. If you have any questions, please drop it specifically to the GT process. I'll cover this and we'll move ahead with the payments reconciliation. What is the exact difference between sales report, sales revenue B2C and GST impact report? There is no difference. There are some, so basically in sales revenue pack B2C report, you'll see some additional columns like your SKU codes and all these things, your style ID SKU codes, which are not a part of your GSTR pack report. But then if you are only using it for the GST filing, then I would suggest to refer to the GST pack report only. Sales revenue pack report will also not have base values, right? Because base values, it's only required for your GST filing. So that's why it's not a part of sales revenue pack B2C. What Kunal has asked, what is IC means in RTO report? IC is item cancelled. It's basically cancelled order only. It will say F or IC. F is failed, IC is cancelled. You can see either or. Shivam Nayak have asked how to check order by settlement. I'll explain that. See, Farooq, you have asked, now we have to set a seller price without shipping, right? So shipping will not be calculated. However, your final customer paid amount has reduced as per the GT charges, right? So accordingly, you will have to set your changes. Once the pricing calculator is live, you can use that one as well to calculate your charges. Also, you have the rate cards available. You can refer that as well. Just give me 1 minute. I'll quickly be back. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, Rashim has asked in GST a packed report, we assume gross sales, net sales means RTO and RTO report less. Yes, net sales will be RT and RTO report removing. M direct and PPMP, it's the same. Akshay, you asked, does it vary for M direct and PPMP? It's the same. Okay, so moving ahead with the reconciliation, we'll try to cover this within next 15-20 minutes. This should not take much time. So for the payment reconciliation, you will need three reports majorly if you want to see what are the payments that you have received in a particular month. So for this again, let's take May month order because July month settlement report is not yet generated. So I'm taking May month report. So let's assume you want to do a reconciliation of May month payment reports, May month's orders, right? So you are taking the sales report, the total sales that has been done in the May month, for which I'll take GSTR packed report of May. Now I'll take the order ID over here. You see, order status is also mentioned. So I'll take the order ID and order status in a separate sheet for the reconciliation. I'm closing this. So this seller has received 660 orders in the particular month, and we want to do the reconciliation of which orders are paid, and if they are paid, what are the payment, what is the payment amount, if there is any forward settlement, reverse settlement, anything has been done, right? For which, firstly, we'll filter out the failed orders, cancelled orders, right? As we discussed, C is a complete order which has been delivered. IC, packed, RTO, and S, which is shipped. All these orders are not yet delivered to the customer. Right, IC is item cancelled, PK is packed, RTO is return to origin, S is shipped. So I'll remove all these orders from your payments. So I'll mention the remarks as not delivered. Now we are left with 540 orders for which we have to check the payment status. Now to check the payment status, we need two reports. One is PG forward settle report, the other is PG reverse settle report. PG forward settled report, basically all the forward payments that we have done for the in the particular month. Reverse settled is any customer returns happens, we recover the amount from you, what we have paid in forward. That's a reverse settled report. So first we'll check the forward settled report. So again, in the forward settled report, you have the order release ID, your packaging date, delivery date, your customer paid amount. In the July month report, the customer paid amount will be showing the final amount after deducting the GT charges. So since this is a May month report, you have the actual customer paid amount. So customer paid amount you have here, and if you move towards your right, you have the commission percentage. Now the commission percentage, if you see here, this percentage is inclusive of GST charges. Right? This is also a common confusion among sellers that let's say you have agreed to a GST of 12% or 13%, you see 15% over here. Right? So don't get confused. This is inclusive of GST. Without GST, this will be 13% commission. So this is always mentioned including of GST. Now you have TCS and TDS. TCS is 0.5%. TDS is mentioned at 0.1%. It's all added, and you get your total commission charges. Total commission is your customer paid amount of 2995 into 15.34 percentage, which will you will arrive at total commission. AB and AC column, total commission and platform fees, both are same. There is no difference. We just mentioned it twice. Once in like total commission is mentioned in negative, that's why we mention a platform fees as positive. But then it's the same thing. We are not charging you twice. AD column, you see total commission plus TCS plus TDS, which is 459 plus your 12 rupees plus 2 rupees. This is your AG column, AD column. This is for your like normal calculation purpose. Total logistics deductions. Total logistics deductions again, shipping fees fixed fees. Since this is May month order, you have your shipping fees, fixed fees, payment gateway fees, which comes to 162. Then you add AJ column of total tax on logistics, 18% GST on this, which comes to 192 rupees. So that's how you calculate your total logistics. Now you also see if what was the level of that particular order, article level, as we were discussing, and also know the zone, if it's a local, zonal, or national order. And AN and AO column, you see, someone was asking how to calculate if the payment that they received was complete or not. So this is how we show what was the expected settlement for the particular order and what is the actual settlement that has been done. Right? So all these cases, like wherever you see zero in the final amount pending settlement, that means the order has been completely settled. Wherever the total expected settlement is not equal to the actual settlement, you will see a difference over here. Now the calculation for this is customer paid amount minus commission including TCS and TDS minus your logistics charges. Right? And you how you calculate here. I'll just show you one calculation. So your customer paid amount here is 2995 minus your total logistic deductions. Since it's already in minus, I'm just adding it. Total logistic deductions minus your commission. Commission plus TCS plus TDS. Right, again, since it's minus, I'm making it plus. So total logistic deduction of 474 rupees. So we arrive at the value that has been settled, 2328. So this is how you calculate forward settlements. Right, I hope this is clear. Now, since we have the forward settlement report, we will map it against the sheet that we have made. So I'm doing a VLOOKUP over here. You take the order ID to the payments total actual settlement. Right. Also, order ID, which you see, this is the common point. Like in every report, you will have this order release ID, which starts with either 6, 7, or 8. The current latest version is 8, which is what you're going to see. So whenever you're raising anything to Myntra, please raise it with the order release ID. Right. So we've got the payments which are done here. Now you see too many NAs over here. The reason you're getting, I'm sorry, just a second. Okay, so the reason you're seeing NAs over here is not all the orders have crossed D plus because I have downloaded the forward settlement report of May and the orders also belong to May. So any order that has been created after 15th of May might not have completed the payment cycle by the end of May. So that's why these orders might have been paid in June month, right? So what I will do is I'll also download the PG forward settle report of June, because one part of the any orders after 15th would be in June report only. So I'll just filter the missing parts and I'll do a VLOOKUP again. So it's not blanks. Do it always with the total actual settlement only. Now see, almost every order that has been paid is, sorry, every order that was sold in May month has been paid already. Now you got all the details. Similarly, we have to repeat the same thing for the reverse settled orders as well. Till now, any doubts on the forward settlement calculation or anything? You can please put across your doubts before I move to reverse settle report. Deepak, you have asked GT charges covered in 2 slab. I'll cover this towards the end of the training once I'm done with the forward settled. Shivam Naik, you have asked, sir, where can I download this sheet? Is this sheet so order wise payments? Yes, the sheet that I'm showing will have order wise payments. And Nishant, we will share the recording of the session. Previously, also, any training that have been done, we have always shared the recordings. This will be shared. Within 1 to 2 hours of the training, you should get the recordings. Shivam Naik, you have asked where can I download this sheet? See, I'll just repeat again. Open your partner portal, go to payments, financial reports, monthly reports. Select the month for which you want to download the reports. Right? So now I'm downloading PG reverse settle report. So you can download similarly forward settle report as well. If you do not see PG forward and reverse settle report for any month, that means there was no payment done in that particular month. Why the payment was not done, I've already explained. If the forward payable is lesser than the reverse and NODs, then there won't be any payments in the particular month. Now this is the May month reverse settle report. We'll again map the reverse settled orders as well. Before moving to that, let me show you reverse settle calculation. The complete report stays the same. There are no changes except the calculation of reverse settlement. In reverse settlement, we only charge you shipping fees. Even in the current GT rate card as well, we only charge you return fees or shipping fees. Fixed fees is not again charged. Your payment gateway fees or any other fees are not charged. You see here, every column is zero here apart from shipping fees. So we just charge you shipping fees and return logistics. Commission that was already charged to you is reversed to you now, right? So whenever an order is reversed, we reverse the complete commission that has been charged. Now someone was asking how to calculate this further. How does the reverse work for exchange orders? So there is no difference between exchange or customer return. If it's an exchange or customer return, like it's treated the same way only. Because customer has anyways returned that particular order ID and taken some other order. So it's essentially a return order only. We anyways bifurcate if it's an exchange or return for you, for your understanding. But then calculation remains the same. Now the calculation for reverse settlement is, since we are reversing the commission over here, that will be commission minus customer paid amount minus your logistics. Logistics will have your shipping fees only. So your total actual settlement, if you see, it's a negative because since we have already paid to you in forward, we are recovering this amount from you, what was paid in forward. So that's why it's in negative. Now, calculation for this will be commission. Let's fetch the commission. This is your total commission plus TCS plus TDS. Minus, since we reverse the TCS and TDS as well, we can include this as well in this. Commission minus your total logistics. Since it's in already in minus, I'm taking it in plus total logistic deduction. I'm sorry, commission minus customer paid amount minus your total logistics deduction, same thing. Okay, so this is how you arrive. Commission minus customer paid amount minus logistics charges. Right? Now you will map the same thing in the reconciliation file. This normally, in any case, guys, it will take you only 10 to 15 minutes for this reconciliation. Since I'm explaining this, it's taking some time, but then if we are doing it on a regular basis, it should hardly take you 10 minutes for this reconciliation. And we are further simplifying this process. We are all, since some of you might be aware that we had a reconciliation dashboard that has been removed now, right? Our team is working on a better and more efficient reconciliation dashboard. Also, we are also working on self reconciliation of self. Suppose now some of you must be raising tickets to us stating these orders have not been paid, right? We are also eliminating this process. We'll give you an option of uploading the orders in partner portal, and you will automatically get a report which will have the status of all those orders and the payment status as well. So this is already a work in progress which we are doing, and once this is ready, we'll roll it out to all the sellers. Similarly, reconciliation dashboard will have your all the status, like what are the orders that you have shipped in the particular month. Of those shipped orders, what is the amount that you have already received, what is the amount that is pending to be received. Everything will be part of reconciliation dashboard, which is almost ready. It should be rolled out. So again, so this is May month reverse settlement orders. I'll just so similarly, you have to do the same activity for June month orders as well. Right, so this is done. That's your reconciliation. I'll just replace the NS with zero values. Since in the forward there are no NS, in the reverse I'll replace the NS with zero. Basically for this order there has been no reverse settlement done. So now this is what you get finally. I'll just remove the IC in orders. Now if you want to see what is the final payment that you receive for these orders, just do a forward plus reverse, because there are some minus values, that's why I've done a plus. Now there are, you see here for this order example, this row 17th, in this order there has been a forward payment and a reverse payment because this was a customer paid order, sorry, customer returned order. So the net loss for you for this order is 251 rupees. This 251 rupees is nothing but total of your forward logistics and reverse logistics. If you just add up, if you go to the reconciliation file and add up the total forward logistics and total reverse logistics, this will exactly match with 251 rupees. So that's the final loss in that order because it's a customer returned order. Apart from this, everything, like wherever you see negative, it will always be like your forward payments will always be lesser than your reverse settlements. So this is how you calculate, and this seller for the month of May has received a total payment of 12 lakhs. Right? This is how you calculate the total payments. Now, I'll just, for the sake of reconciliation, if you want to present this data, so you can also take it as this way. So any order where there is only forward settlement, I'll mark it as forward settled. The remaining orders will be forward and reverse settled. Right. Now we are done. I can just put a pivot here. Okay. You get a final amount here. So this is your reconciliation. This is your May month data. Right, I hope this is clear. This is how you can do the reconciliation for your any month's orders. Always remember, if any particular month all the orders will not be paid in same month. Only orders prior to 15th of the month will be paid in the same month. Any orders after the 15th of the month will be paid in the next month. So always refer to immediate next month report as well for doing the reconciliation. So this will hardly take 10 to 15 minutes if you're doing it on a regular basis. We are trying to further simplify this process so that it takes minimum effort from all the sellers. Now I'll take questions. If you have any questions around the same, you can ask anything related to payments or any reports or anything. We'll cover this. I'll spend 10 more minutes on this before we end the session. Okay, Jagrit Modi has asked, for multiple order, is commission, logistics, extra, etc. is charged as single order as the number of products? It is charged on the number of products. At least as per the new process, it is charged on the number of products. So Ajit Singh has asked, we use a payment reconciliation software. It throws order wherein returns are not received or payments is not made. How can we review those individual orders on Myntra before raising a claim? See, as of now, there is no other way to review a single particular order. You have to download that particular month's order report and check it. As I was telling, we are already bringing in the reconciliation software where you can search for a single order and get a status as well. Okay, so the other question is, I see an invoice termed as MFP charges. What are these? Royalty reports show as null against each order. We do MFP brands. MFP charges, see, whenever you're doing MFP brands, there will be two charges for you. One is royalty charges, the other is MFP charges. MFP is basically marketing for MFP brands. Now, any brands which, so all the MFP brands, Myntra keeps on doing advertising on Myntra portal, right? So for which you will be charged a fixed rate for every order that you ship on Myntra, that you deliver on Myntra. If the order is returned, then we reverse the MFP charges as well. This is only for the net settlements. Deepak, there is no difference between reverse and exchange order. The calculation, everything remains the same. Sarvesh Mangal has asked, is returned order fixed fees added? No, it is not added. We don't charge fixed fees again. Fixed fees is only in the forward settlement. Sarvesh, okay, I've answered this. Okay, Aswati, you asked, we have done a payment again, NOD invoices, how many days it will take to reflect in payment dashboard? Aswati, firstly, we suggest you to not make separate payments. Let it get adjusted with your payables. So whatever your payables you have, we'll adjust the invoices from that and we make the remaining payments. But if you have already paid to you, currently the process is a bit long. We normally take 10 to 15 days for acknowledging this invoice and reversing this one. So that's why we suggest not to make any proactive payments and let this get adjusted automatically. So, Deepak Jain, yes, you were asking about the GT charges. GT charges will be applicable. Let me just go to the GT dashboard. Okay, so you have the rate card here. So any order which is 0 to 100, 0 to 99 basically. So this is less than 100. 0 to 100 when it says it's less than 100, less than 300, less than 500, less than 1000, less than 2000. Right? Here in this case, any order which is 0 to 99 will be charged at 0. 100 to 299 will be at 59. 300 to 499 will be at 59. 500 to 999 will be at 94. Right? 1000 to 1999 will be at 171. Anything 2000 or greater will be at 207. I hope that answers the question. Uh, Rashim Joshi has asked, there any option to generate GST1 and find ledger also? Uh, I'm sorry, Rashim, we don't maintain any ledger since this is a B2C model, right? There is no system of ledger. We have your GSTR reports, we have your payment reports, and you can use this to prepare your own ledger, but then there is no separate ledger mentioned. That happens in B2B. Since this is B2C, we do not. Uh, Mansukh, Mansukh Hirapara, you're asking when should we do reconciliation to get accurate figure? So normally you should do reconciliation when the complete, like, so let's say it's May month orders. I would suggest to do the reconciliation at the end of June for the May month. That's when you will get the complete amount. Like mostly any order that has been delivered towards the end of May will also be paid out June. So reconciliation, if you do it in the end of June, that will show you the complete data. Process for raising claim in case of damaged goods returned in RTO cancelled orders. Cancel orders you don't have to. In case you still didn't receive the product, you can raise a claim. You can raise it through partner portal, but then that's a separate process. You can raise a ticket to us, and our team will guide you how to raise it in partner portal. Because since I handle only finance and payments, I'm not exactly completely sure on how to raise the claims. So I do not want to give any incorrect information over here. So Himanshu has asked how to check invoices are correct or not. So Himanshu, against every invoice, we raise the order-wise report as well, right? You can check the report. If you have any disputes on that, you can raise a ticket to us, and we'll be helping you. Aswati have asked how do we get SPF item-wise amount details? You can get it from the one-time reports, payments, monthly reports, one-time reports. Quarter-wise, we upload the SPF payment reports. Farooq, you have asked order report is packed B2C first report, right? Packed GSTR packed sales revenue pack B2C, that is almost similar to your GSTR pack report as well. The sales revenue pack B2C report has some additional columns like your style ID, your SKU codes, and everything. GST filing, we suggest you to report to the GSTR reports only. Okay, so Ajit, you have asked where are the info about MFP charges. MFP charges will be part of your CTA agreement. You will see what is the marketing. It will be there will be a marketing column that will mention what is the amount, what is the percentage on which we'll charge you MFP. Reconciliation, sorry, recording of the session, it will be shared to you over an email. If you have registered for the session and joined, then it will be shared to you over your email. P&L, again, this is something you have to, Deepak, you will have to calculate from your end. How do you arrive at the P&L? What we can do is we can show you how to, like as I showed you, how to get the forward payment amount, reverse payment amount for the particular order, and how to get the final amount, which is if it's a forward and reverse settled order, your final amount will be in negative, right? We can guide you how to get that one. P&L is something that you have to discuss or decide from your company level. For TDS reimbursement, should we give credit exactly in decimals? I assume you're talking about 194C TDS reimbursement. This has to be exactly matching, right? So the 16A that you will share to us, that has to be exactly matching. We can accept a difference of up to 5 rupees, plus or minus 5 rupees. But then more than that, we'll not be able to accept any difference. Also, since we're discussing TDS reimbursement, I hope everyone is aware from 2024 January onwards, government has issued instruction that TDS is only supposed to be deducted on 194C, advertisement invoices only, which is marketing invoices. Logistics commission and all these invoices, you're not supposed to deduct TDS again because we are already deducting TDS on 194O. This is specifically for e-commerce. So we don't have to deduct TDS on commission, logistics, any other invoices, only marketing invoices. 194C. Aswati, I've already answered your question. You have mentioned you have made payment against annuity analysis. This will take time, at least 10 to 15 days. If you have not already raised a ticket for this, you may raise a ticket and give us the invoice number for which you have made the payment, also the UTR number. Uh, Someone has mentioned I had registered for last 2 sessions but did not receive the email with recording. See, your name is still not mentioned. It's showing as anonymous attendee. I'm not sure if you're logging in or if you're registered from the, like if you have registered correctly. You can drop in your email address. I'll make sure this is being sent to you. Some sellers have asked that the commission structure has revised. So yes, as per the new GT charges, we have revised the commission structure because your final settlement amount, like your final seller price will has also been reduced. So that's why your commission has been modified. Like this is across the platform. This is not for your brand or only for you. This has happened across the platform. We have changed the commissions. Uh, Deepak has asked, order with RTO status will never come in reverse settlement report. Yes, RTO status order, we do not charge you anything for RTO order. If an order is cancelled before delivery to customer, there is nothing charged to you. It is directly returned back. Only RT orders will be reverse settled, which is customer returned orders. Okay, I have taken a note. I'll share the recording to Ricky. Okay, Rashim, you have asked, can we find closing balance as on 31st March 24 balance purpose? Okay, so since we do not maintain ledger, you will not be able to share the exact balance, but there is a workaround how you can find the closing balance. Now, if you go to March month, like this monthly reports, payment monthly reports, go to March month. In March month, you have some reports called PG forward unsettled, PG reverse unsettled. Okay, so you have reports called PG forward unsettled, PG reverse unsettled. So these are basically those orders which are not paid to you as on 31st of March. Similarly, you also have non-order deduction unsettled. These are also those invoices which were not adjusted by 31st of March. If you combine PG forward unsettled, reverse unsettled, and non-order deduction unsettled, this will show you the net balance by the end of 31st of March. This is one workaround, but then since there is no ledger, we can't give you the closing balance accordingly. Also, there's one more point where whenever you see you have negative payments in the next payment dashboard, that means you're not going to get the next payment. How do you find what is negative? You can just come to payments, monthly reports, go to latest month report. Since it's August today, just open August. There will be a report called non-order deduction unsettled. These are all the NOD invoices, all the invoices that are yet to be recovered from you, right? Because mostly whenever you're not getting payments, it's not due to your reverse settlements. It's all most of the time it is due to your invoices, marketing recoveries or something. So if you download this non-order deduction unsettled report, you'll get the data. Aswati, there is no technical problem in downloading outstanding Excel. I'm not sure if you're getting some error, you can raise a ticket. We'll have it checked. I think that's all. I have there is no other questions that I see. So if you still have any questions, I'll just wait for one more minute. You can drop in, or else we can end the session. I'll share a quick survey link. You can share your experience if you're happy with the session. If you need any improvements, if you need any changes, you can share your feedback, right, on this. I'll just wait for 1 minute, then I'll drop in the survey. You can share your feedback. Rashim, you have asked why TDS is deducted on commission and logistics. We do not deduct TDS on commission and logistics. I was talking about 194C and H, right? Prior to 2024 January, all the sellers were deducting TDS on 194C and H, commission invoice, logistics invoice, royalty, MFB, and everything. And you claim reimbursement through 16A, Form 16A, right? Even now, sellers are claiming through Form 16A. We have been reiterating multiple times to only deduct the commission on marketing invoice only. You are not expected to deduct on any other invoice. If you still have deducted by now, you can raise it to us with the Form 16A. We will reimburse this for this time. But then going forward, please do not deduct on any other invoice apart from marketing. Okay, I think no one has any other questions. So I'll share the recording. You have shared your email address. I'll share the recording. Okay, I'm dropping in the survey. Please share your feedbacks. Thank you everyone for joining the session. I hope this was helpful. We hold this such sessions every Friday. You can join, and anyone from your team also wants to join, they can feel free to join. Thank you so much. My name is Adil.